and welcome to the show Visitor's Book. I'm your host Hira Mustafa. Today I'm here at the Embassy of the Republic of Yemen. Our guest today is His Excellency Mohammad Motahar Alashabi, who served as a Deputy Head of Mission in 2004 and is currently serving as an ambassador. So let's go meet him and find out what he has to share about his experience here in Pakistan. Mr. Ambassador, good afternoon. So good to have you with us. First of all, thank you so much for your time. I would like to start with that you have been posted here since 2016 as an ambassador. This is your second posting and it all started before the pandemic. So how do you see things changing because of the pandemic?
Thank you very much, Hira. Life was very normal before the pandemic, and then things changed everywhere, not only in Pakistan or in Islamabad. So we are, for some time, locked down at homes.
Yeah.
And the type of work changed totally from that time. I mean, we went on, it is virtual presence and using the facilities which is by internet and provided by internet. So we spent some time at residence, and of course there are still today there are few functions which should be we are attending it. The situation, of course, no doubt in Pakistan is not very worried much, and the smart lockdown succeeded to a good extent, and this is the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this country and its people. That is, things was not worse, and we cope with. Now we are gradually resuming the work at the offices.
Okay.
Since I think the beginning of the year we started, but not that much. This few months latest few months we started normally with just the services only. We improved services through online. So this is also increased the type of services provided to the people who are approaching the embassy. They don't need to come unless they don't need to. So this is also advantage.
Okay, so are you being able to move around, or you're staying inside the embassy still?
No, still. And for the latest few months we are moving. I moved. I went to Karan, Ran, and to the good areas which is beautiful areas in the north. Last year as well I went to Sialkot, Gujarat, and Faisalabad. So still, I mean, we are moving, not that much. Of course, with the distancing and this
following the SOPs and taking care of the precautionary measures. So, Excellency, from an outsider's perspective, how do you see Pakistan coping up with the current situation of the pandemic?
Well, consider me not outsider.
All right.
This is,
fair enough.
Yeah, but because I've been here for a long time. Well, I think the government and the institutions, and there was good what you call it, management for and this blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the people. So I think in my perspective, Pakistan succeeded in dealing with this till this moment, and even there was new waves, and but alhamdulillah things is good. And the matching between the health measures and economic needs, I think it is good approach, which it is, and rational. People will be affected severely. So no doubt, pandemic affected the life of the people, economic life and so on. But still, alhamdulillah, I think Pakistan overcome it to good extent.
So, I mean, this is your second posting here in Pakistan, and for the first time you were posted as a Deputy Head of Mission back in 2004. At this time, the situation here in country was quite different from what it has become today. You have seen Pakistan change in front of your eyes. So how will you describe the situation back then?
Well, there are changes in different aspects. That is, of course, security has improved. I moved these places without security. I went last 3 weeks ago to before Eid to the north. Yeah, no security. I mean, this not. I don't accompany with me any security people. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And this is, I mean, I went to cities and this is, I mean, the image of Pakistan outside, it is maybe exaggerated. It's exaggerated, not maybe. But life is normal, security is perfect to good extent, alhamdulillah, and things is moving. Yeah, of course, between 2007 and 2016, it was different totally.
Yeah.
And congratulations for Pakistan succeeding to counter terrorist activities and in a stable situation. Alhamdulillah, I think you have, with the help of Allah and good institutions, that is, the management, security management, it was successful.
Yeah.
Inshallah, things will be better and better, and this will reflect, convince the others who are looking in from different perspectives. Pakistan is very safe.
Yeah. So, I mean, can you describe the initial experience of your landing back in 2004? I mean, what was your thought on the mind when you got to know that you were being posted as a deputy head of mission in Pakistan? What were your feelings?
Well, when I been posted here, it was my choice.
Oh wow, that was your own choice.
My choice, yeah. And I'm familiar because I was served in this area in Asia.
Okay.
So I am Asian, what do you call it, a native Asian person, yeah. And all my service in this area. And we know that Pakistan has good image in Yemen, and people of Yemen loves Pakistanis. We have a lot of common and ground understanding and interest and meticulous factors which make us close. Yeah, whether it's religion-wise, whether we are in one geography area, whether it is, I mean, people are very simple in Pakistan. We have this similarity.
Yeah.
Humble, the people, generous people, and hospitable, and easy to interact with. So it's easy to go to make friendship with anyone, just simply. Yeah.
Oh,
this is maybe we have resemblance. This resemblance.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me, for me, I mean, the life is very hard or anything like that. Of course, in between 2004 and now, things change.
Yeah, of course.
But people are the same, and they are smiling. They are, as I mentioned, that is, they are friendly.
Yeah.
And we are brothers.
True.
That is, it is cover everything.
Yeah. So I mean, as you mentioned that it was your own choice to be posted here in Pakistan. So why did you choose Pakistan? I mean, what was in your mind?
Well, you see, I served in India. I served in Pakistan, in Iran. I served in Pakistan. I served in Malaysia. So I am from Asia.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the service in Asia.
So you liked the Asian...
Asian society is that I have wonderful life in each country of this.
Okay.
I served in Australia as well. So service in Asia is different than other service.
Okay. As you already mentioned that it was your own choice. I mean, what was the reaction of your family when they got to know that they will be, coming along with you to Pakistan? Were they happy? Were they excited?
Well, yes, they are happy. They are happy, and the happiness when I came back, it was more than that.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you that is most of my children, education of my children is partially or fully from Pakistan.
Oh, nice.
So this is another aspect, which is, and we have similarity in society, so that we feel at home.
Oh, okay, okay. So
That's
maybe we can call this your second home, probably?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It is my happiness and as well my honor.
So Excellency, like if we talk about your educational background, and I'm pretty fascinated while I was going through your CV that I got to know that you did your MA International Relations from a university in Kohat here in Pakistan. So how was your overall experience while studying here?
Well, this is not only my experience I study, but because I study while I am working. So, and we have part of our work is cultural and education.
Okay.
So it is not strange for us. We have children, that is, we have around 300 Yemeni students studying here.
Oh, nice.
All these cases, 300 cases, I know them now. They are processing, more or less. Also from other places where I visited, served there. So education in Pakistan is good, especially in the public universities. And Pakistan has many things to provide in this. Good education, good training institutions, good, whether it is in different aspects. Pakistan potentials in education is very high, and really we encourage people to study in Pakistan.
Oh, wow.
Encourage those who want really to study, there is room and opportunity to study. And
so I mean, while studying here, I mean, while you were completing your MA International Relations, did you feel any difficulty while continuing your studies because of the language barrier or any other difficulty?
No, it's about education. It is a language. I mean, there's no barrier. And people, as I mentioned, we study in special course.
Oh, okay.
It was run from Islamabad, and at that time it was with some good number of diplomats. I am not the one alone. It was international diplomacy. Yeah, and of course we were lectured by the lecturer who were used to be ambassadors. And, so it is just extraordinary work beside our own work. But education in Pakistan, as I mentioned, in all aspects, it could be in some universities and some program excellent.
Oh, wow.
And it's an opportunity really to someone to have education from Pakistan. By the way, we have a lot of Yemenis graduated from Pakistan earlier in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they were some of them ministers, some of them have especially those who studied medical sciences.
Okay. Excellency, you yourself serve as a lecturer at the Diplomatic Institute of Yemen and many other academic institutions. You are a mentor for a lot of young diplomats. What would you suggest to the youth at large who want to serve their country in this domain?
Well, you see, not that much. We have diplomatic institution in our foreign ministry, and some institutions used to call us from time to time due to our work or related to our work.
Yeah.
Well, economic diplomacy is now the priority in every country.
Yeah.
Before we used to the politics serve economic serve politics. Now politics serve the economics.
Okay.
Economic aspect. So I think it is diplomat has to, of course, have a good understanding and education in economic diplomacy. Economic diplomacy it's mean interest, building interest. Building interest mean to interact not only with the government or public institution, but with the private sector, to encourage those who are in the field.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it is interesting subject, and it's compulsory subject.
All right. So now it's time to take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. Today I'm here in conversation with His Excellency Mohammad Motahar Alashabi. So Excellency, we are going to talk about a diplomatic career, and while going through your CV, I just got to know that you have served in different parts of the world. What would you say was your most interesting posting so far?
Well, you see, comparison is difficult. Each country has its own feature, character, and the country and the people. There are common human are the same everywhere, and we are at the end we are the sons of Adam and Eve. But every country has fascinated aspect, culture, but that is different type of life, maybe to some extent. And my stay in Pakistan is very excellent. And I bear in my heart, as well as my family, we bear for Pakistan endless love.
Okay.
Yeah, and its people. We are happy. We are enjoying staying here, and as our home. It is, yeah, I feel at home.
So you have been a diplomat since 1994. What sparked this interest in you? Were you always wanted to be a diplomat, or it was destined to be?
Well, you see, every young has priorities, number one, number two, number three. If number one is not there. Sometimes some people change their discipline after they finish education to another discipline. One diplomacy was it was number two priority. I was going to some subjects, and but when I studied, then I went when I was studying. I got in depth with the international relations. International relations, of course, it is something interesting, and it is the world. Talking about the world, yeah, and talking about the world, that means you open a very wide gate to look at. Of course, diplomats enjoy visiting the world, enjoy service with different societies, living with different societies. But also he suffers. That is, he stays away of his own country.
Yeah, true.
He become to some extent alien at his home.
True.
Especially when his service outside is more than service inside. So there is advantage again and disadvantage. Advantage, you know the world. Your culture become multicultural.
True.
Yeah, multicultural. Yeah.
All right. So, Excellency, now we talk about the bilateral ties between the two countries. The two countries share the mutual bond of respect. Why is it important to have an embassy here in Pakistan?
Normally, the embassy is being established anyway due to have good interaction with that country, to build good relations. Distance relations doesn't serve much like the residence and diplomatic relations. So we established this embassy in 1981. The same Pakistan established its own embassy in Sana'a in 1981. But we have all the relations with Pakistan since the 40s and 50s. Embassy in Pakistan served a lot. Many students, Yemeni students, educated in Pakistan and become, as I mentioned, your ambassadors in Yemen, and they are in different fields, and as long as you stay and educated in a country, you become a part. I mean, you have some culture from that country, and
True.
you are acting on their behalf, or at least you're their ambassador.
Yeah, true.
Embassy have diversified work from this is economics to culture, to education, to many. So it's interaction, being the embassy to residence embassy and also non-resident embassy. Still keep in touch with the country, with the accredited country, the host country. I mean, not with the host country on official level and non-official level. So this is to be with them, yes, means be close to them.
All right. So, I mean, what do people here in Pakistan know about your country?
Well, it is a good question. I will tell you really, when I enjoy, why I said I enjoyed staying here. Whenever I go, whether it's village or cities or the urban or the, then I find people are, you are from Yemen. Oh, they are, I mean, they receive me with very warm welcome.
Okay.
And first they provide me drink and offer me food, and they want to, I mean, to stay with them. Many Pakistanis after they return from Yemen due to the this conflict, and they want to go back to Yemen.
Yeah.
And they insist to go back to Yemen in this situation. So this is just to show you how it is. They said, I like to stay in Yemen. I love the Yemenis this way. And this is also just you how the Yemenis and Yemen is in the eyes of the Pakistanis.
Yeah. Excellency, what kind of image do people in Yemen have about Pakistan and Pakistani people?
Well, Yemenis bear a lot of respect to Pakistan, being a Muslim country, big Muslim country, and we are not far away from Pakistan, and so we have what you call it. This is a good memories about Pakistan, and so there is a lot of commonalities. This makes Islamic Ummah together as well.
Okay.
And people, nothing's come from Pakistan except what you call it, a rosy picture, at least in the reciprocal basis. That's why people love Pakistan and Islam. And we are sympathizing with each other, by the way, the two. So why people, Pakistani people, insist to go to Yemen? This is another question. It gives you, people feel at home.
Yeah.
People, when they go there, they feel that they are at home. That's the reply of the question.
All right. At the time, both the countries suffered a bad reputation internationally because of the fight on terrorism, and Pakistan has successfully overcome the fight on terrorism. So what policies is your government drafting to counter terrorism in Yemen?
Well, of course, it is a chance for us to congratulate Pakistan for its success to counter terrorism and to stabilize the country. Terrorism is an awful trend faced by Muslim countries mostly, and we suffered a lot. In Yemen, our suffer was not the same of Pakistan, of course. No. But still, we have from time to time, that is still this awful means still not eliminated totally.
Yeah.
And government made a lot of efforts to counter this, and these elements become virtual. It has virtual presence. It appears from time to time, but alhamdulillah, it has been contained, and we have of course sacrificed a lot due to this phenomena.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is designed one, and we But we have also another problem now, rebellions by Houthis, which it is another challenge. We have another rebels, which it is, I mean, Yemen is facing some difficulties due to the situation. When the body gets sick, so you find another problem come here and from here. But we hope that is we all overcome it after. I mean, the hope is in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and our leadership to manage to get, and also our Arabic coalition and brothers who are supporting Yemen.
I hope the situation gets better in Yemen soon. Yemen is also the member of United Nations General Assembly. What are your expectations from UN?
Well, United Nations did a lot regarding, I mean, in trying, it tried a lot, and they still there are a lot of efforts being by United Nations through its representative to Yemen, and it's offered a lot of initiatives besides the Arabic initiative. But Houthis are still till today reluctant to go for peace. They cannot exist with peace, actually, since they came from the war, unfortunately. But still, we are counting on United Nations efforts, international community, to pressurize Houthis and the country will support them, unfortunately. Still, we don't lose the hope. Of course, ending the war today is better than tomorrow.
Yeah.
That means saving the life and lifting up the sufferings from the shoulder of the Yemenis. Yemenis are really suffering a lot, and Yemen paid a lot of price for this conflict, unfortunately.
All right, so yes, now it's time to take a short break. I will be meeting you guys at the ambassador's residence after a break. Welcome back. I am here at the ambassador's residence, and we're joined by his beautiful daughter Afnan also. So, Mr. Ambassador, as we were talking about the cultural influence and the cultural penetration of Yemen here in Pakistan, would you like to explain this traditional dress to me?
Well, this, you mentioned it is traditional dress. It used to be dressed by ladies in Yemen, especially in the occasion of marriages and so on. Of course, it's tradition. Really, few people are dressing it, ladies dressing it in all the time. But in occasion, some ladies were still dressed or this partially. This is one type of the traditional dress in Yemen for ladies. But there are different types, of course, no doubt. And the Yemeni culture also rich of such culture, like Pakistan, you have diversities and this. So Afnan is here, it's just a sample.
And how many years is she old? What is she doing here?
Well, Afnan, she is now going to the 7th grade, and she is, mashallah, she's active, but today she is not well.
Oh, no worries.
But she came to say thank you for coming to our residence, and most welcome.
So, Afnan, thank you so much for joining us here, and now you're free to do whatever you want.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Ambassador, since we're talking about the cultural penetration, I would like to ask you that recently you visited a university here in Pakistan, ComSats, and you showed your desire to build an overseas science and technology. What inspired you in the university here?
I visited the ComSats University. It is a unique university, and one of the unique universities in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they will get angry from me, because I know that there are some NASTA and other universities. I think that is ComSat is an advanced institution which people in need of it, and we are going to send some students to this university. It is a privilege as well as it is necessity.
Okay, Excellency, what would you say? What are the similarities when we talk about the education system between Yemen and Pakistan? And what Yemen could learn from the education system of Pakistan?
First of all, Pakistan is more advanced than Yemen in institutional education. And the diversities in institutions. And now Pakistan, through its programs, technical program, it provides not only to Yemen and other countries, it's offer study here, whether it is on gratis basis, some of them, courtesy basis, or through through self-finance with our study or scholarships. So there are good numbers of Yemeni students are studying here. I am of the one who should encourage education in Pakistan, because there are opportunities, as well as the people can offer also can bear the cost. I mean, when it is affordable, it is Pakistan education, or the cost living in Pakistan is affordable. And I think you have seen 2 days ago there was international report about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is also I do agree with it. So the opportunities is there. High standard of good education is available. Differs from university to university, from discipline to another. But my kids have been educated in Pakistan. So if I partially or fully, so I am encouraging others to come.
Okay.
And I think Pakistan education system also is improving still. I mean, the education system always is improving. So I am expecting Pakistan after 10 days it will be different than Pakistan today.
All right. Excellency, since this is your second posting here in the country, and I hope you have managed to see enough of the Pakistan. Have you been to Lahore, Karachi or Peshawar? What are your experiences there?
Well, all the cities that you mentioned, I visited in my previous service or current one. Of course, diversity in Pakistan exists. It's geography itself, it's nature of geography. Give this opportunity for Pakistan to provide. If we find that is top of the mountain, from the top of the mountains in Gilgit and till the 0 point that is at Karachi at the level C. So in this between this long distance, there are a lot of things. And Pakistan is the cradle of civilization. There was civilization was being built around the Indus River. It's and Bilad al-Sind wal-Hind, you call it in Arabic. It's famous. It was, and it's still in the memory of the people. One of the why they like Pakistan is Bilad al-Sind as well. I mean, the history is there. And so you may find good places to visit in Lahore. Differs than in Karachi. Karachi, different types. Peshawar different. In others in Quetta, you have different as well. I visited also Quetta as well.
All right. So do you have any, favorite memory or an interesting trip that you can never forget?
Well, you see, in every city there is museum, and it has collections, historical collections in it. This is number one.
Okay.
Number two, in every city it has its own market, special market. Number three, it has its own like restaurants and type of restaurant, type of food maybe. The third, every city have a speciality in parks, different parks. So if you cannot compare between 4 roses or 6 roses. They are roses, and one tell each other, "I am more beautiful than you."
Yeah, fair enough.
This is my.
Okay. I mean, you mentioned that you have been to northern areas of Pakistan also, and you mentioned about Babu Sir Top. I mean, would you tell me about your experience there?
We enjoy going there. I know I have visited the area before, but not this time. And I went to Babu Sir, and I visited different places in the area. There is this, what do you call it, beautiful sceneries and beautiful places to visit. And the people is active. People are very active there, and domestic tourism is there. You don't find some. I went there. There is no places for booking for hotels. Yeah,
Oh,
it is
really?
difficult. Yeah, and it's crowded.
Yeah.
The traffic is very. Sometimes in some places jammed due to the people are there coming and going. So Pakistan in general has many things to offer
Yeah.
to the world.
True. Okay, so I mean, are there any similarities between Yemeni food and the Pakistan's one? Did you get a chance to try any of the Pakistani dish or food?
Well, we have been here for a long time, so of course we are finding Lebanese, that is Pakistani food, in most of the receptions.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of good foods and tasty food. Maybe the oil is some people does
Yeah.
not go up with it, but in general tasty food. Whenever you have Pakistani food, and you are safe anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you cannot, you ask the Pakistani food, you will find it. I mean, I think this is, you have varieties of dishes, which it is famous one, and even it is sometime in Lahore, you may not find it in Karachi. In Karachi, you may not find it in Peshawar this way. I mean, there are some foods which is special foods. In them, yeah. But if you talk about the Pakistani cuisine, it is very, call it, it is varied. It have a lot of varieties. In Yemen, we do have the same. We have special food. Most of our food not spicy. This is not oily. Most of our food, but there are.
The spices are less as compared to the Pakistani food, right?
But also Yemeni food now, in different many countries available. Even in Pakistan now, it is there. You find some restaurants have been opened there. So tasty food as well. Others said our food is very tasty. I am saying yes because it's my own. But I'm
sure it would be a great.
But but Pakistani food, it is tasty.
So, Excellency, since we're talking about the food here in Islamabad, and you named certain, you said there are certain restaurants who offer Yemeni cuisine also. So, how is your experience here in the capital when it comes to the nature?
Well, I see, Islamabad is a very unique city. First of all, it's maintain its the parks and the Margala hills and the mountains. It is one of the unique places to visit whether for that is have enjoyment at the top, or whether to walk up to the mountain just in weekly basis. We have different restaurants in Islamabad. It is difficult to name one or another, but really it is enjoyable. Just what you call it, be able to consume a lot of food as much as you could if you are. Yeah, this is. I mean, it is very comfortable to live in Islamabad, with its whether it's with sceneries and the nature, or with its restaurants and is a unique city.
All right. What do you do in your free time if you get, apart from the bilateral meetings and stuff like that?
Part of my work, it is to walk. We go to walk, and we go to Margala. We go to another place, park. You could go for jogging.
All right.
And mostly, this is I like to walk.
Okay.
So
maybe we can call it that you're a nature lover.
Yes.
And I mean, are you interested in sports?
Well, unfortunately, watching football, okay, sometime. watching cricket but not playing.
Do you have any favorite player or team
No,
that you would like to support?
In general, no, because I'm not. If I'm in general, I'm not. I'm not
Not a
fond
keen
of. No, no, I'm not
observer,
fond
watcher.
of. Yeah, yes. But walking, I like to walk. I like to go out with some family. I like.
Okay. So, Mr. Ambassador, we have reached that point of the show where we have to say goodbye. It was a lovely experience interviewing you. Thank you so much for your time. I hope the bilateral ties between the two countries improve in the near future.
Thank you very much for coming to my residence and the embassy, and the same hope that this we and wishes that is to our two relations improved. The interest relations is there. Relations is very strong.
Yeah.
But we want more interest and more interactions between people, and I want more students to come to Pakistan. The same reciprocally to Yemen.
True.
So this is building interest is necessary, but the relation is very, very strong and cordial, and we have reciprocal support, political support. So we are not worried about this side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's all for now. I will catch you guys next week with another exciting episode of Visitor's Book. You can follow us on our social media handles at indus.news. It's a goodbye for now.